Hey, Dr. Amy here, and I'm giving you a sneak peek inside my own personal anti-cancer grocery list. These specific foods have been shown to lower your risk of cancer or a cancer recurrence, and I'm going to show you exactly what to buy at the grocery store. There are so many myths around food and cancer that even the most brilliant people fall victim to them. I do not want you to make the same mistake. So let's put an end to this once and for all so you can feel safe in your body once again. And the last section of my anti-cancer grocery list, well, this is gonna surprise you. But first, let's start with the produce section. This is the most important part of your grocery list as a cancer survivor, and this is where you should be spending the majority of your time. Nature gives us an abundance of powerful anti-cancer foods. Let's load up on the right ones. First up is berries. Whether it's blueberries or strawberries, these little powerhouses are packed with antioxidants that help protect your cells from damage. They're also a delicious addition to your morning oatmeal, or they're a great and refreshing snack in the middle of the day. I usually get whatever is in season, but we're actually gonna circle back to berries in a little bit. More on that in a bit. Next on your list are greens, arugula, spinach, Swiss chard. These leafy greens contain a variety of vitamins, minerals, and have been linked to lowering your risk of cancer. Incorporate them into salads or stir fries for a tasty and nutritious boost. Now, most cancer survivors opt for a salad for lunch. This is a typical thing you pack and head to work. It's easy to toss together and include leftovers, but let me show you why most cancer survivors mess this up. Salads are great, but if you're missing a key ingredient, then you're missing out on huge cancer-fighting potential. Now, typically, women build a salad that's loaded with a bunch of different leafy greens. Sounds amazing, right? It sounds so nourishing, and it is. We know that eating plant-forward will lower your risk of cancer, so great work. But here's what most cancer survivors forget. They forget about the protein. Cancer survivors are in desperate need of protein. Your cells need protein in order to heal. This is also really important for wound healing after surgeries. So if you're building a salad, you also need to be adding 2 different protein sources. This could be something like chicken or low-fat cheese, or chickpeas or nutritional yeast. Okay, but if you're anything like me, then you're always short on time. Rushing into work, you gotta grab the kids, your hubby's calling you because he needs something. Oh, and you forgot to buy a birthday present for your mom. It's exhausting. And there are days that I want to eat healthy. I want to support my cancer remission, but I just do not have time. So here is exactly what you need to do. If you're looking for a quick and convenient option, then be sure to add pre-made salads to your list. They contain a variety of vegetables like lettuce, cabbage, carrots. It's providing you with a wide range of cancer-fighting foods, all in an easy-to-go package. Just be mindful of the dressing included and be sure to opt for healthier options. Okay, next, don't forget to add zucchini and green beans to your cart. These veggies are not only low in calories, but they're also high in fiber, vitamins, and nutrients that are also going to help fight cancer. The high fiber content's also going to promote a healthy digestive system, which is critical in lowering certain types of cancers, especially breast cancer and colorectal cancer. Carrots are another great addition to your grocery list. Not only are they delicious and crunchy, but they also contain a high amount of beta-carotene. Beta-carotene is a powerful antioxidant that your body actually converts to vitamin A. A study suggests that eating high amounts of beta-carotene will lower your risk of certain types of cancers, specifically lung and stomach cancer. Okay, but look, if you're thinking all of these veggies, this is just too much. You might not even really like veggies, so adding all of these to your nutrition, well, that's not going to be easy. Well, your main focus is to get your veggie intake up. So this might mean dipping your veggies in hummus or some homemade ranch dressing or hiding them in pasta sauce. The main goal is to get your veggies up. Okay, but sticking in the produce section, there are still a few more things we need to grab. Apples, the classic and versatile fruit, they deserve a place in your cart. They contain a unique combination of antioxidants, dietary fiber, and phytochemicals that have been shown to lower the risk of cancer, specifically colorectal cancer. They're also convenient and they have a great shelf life. One of the really big struggles in trying to eat healthy to lower your risk of cancer is that the food doesn't last very long before it goes bad. It's frustrating because you feel like you need to go grocery shopping every single day. But apples last a long time in your fridge. You can also toss them in your work bag for later or chop them up and include them in a recipe. So grab a few apples and include them as a convenient and nutritious snack. Finally, we have garlic and fresh herbs. If you've been struggling with changes in your taste or low appetite after your cancer or cancer treatment, then you need to start including more fresh herbs and garlic. This is really going to punch up the flavor and add more taste. Not only do they add flavor to your dishes, but they also have some potential health benefits. Garlic in particular has compounds that have been studied to have anti-cancer properties. Fresh herbs like basil, parsley, or cilantro, not only do they make your dishes taste great, but they also have antioxidants. Okay, but moving on to the dairy section, let's focus on some low-fat, high-protein options. These can be really beneficial in reducing your cancer risk. Now, I choose low-fat dairy options for 2 reasons. The first is that we know that the majority of women who undergo cancer or cancer treatment, well, they actually end up gaining weight because of their treatment, not losing weight. Now, not to say that absolutely everyone gains weight during their treatment, some people definitely lose. So if you're one of these people, I see you. But the majority, 60%, actually gain weight. The steroids, the surgery restrictions, the stress eating, it's a lot of obstacles in your path. And we know that being at a heavy or an unhealthy body weight, well, that will actually increase your risk of cancer. Being heavier or overweight, we know that it causes inflammation and hormonal imbalances in your body, and this can mean that damaged DNA can't repair, and that can actually lead to cancer. So this is just one of the reasons why I pick low-fat dairy options. I need to bring your calorie count down while still getting the protein from the dairy, and this is one of the ways we can do that. The second reason is because there's been some literature to show that high-fat or full-fat dairy, specifically milk, can increase your risk of breast cancer. Now, it's unclear if the increased risk is due to the full-fat milk or if it's due to the extra calories, which then increase your body weight. But hopefully, we'll see more research out on this in the future. But start by choosing low-fat, high-protein dairy options, which are going to give you more protein, calcium, and vitamin D. We know that among cancer survivors, vitamin D levels are very important. We want to keep these levels up to help reduce your risk of a cancer recurrence. I use low-fat, high-protein milk every morning to whiten my coffee, or I add it to my oatmeal. I get that calcium and vitamin D, which are essential for bone health among cancer survivors. In breast cancer survivors that are taking anastrozole, letrozole, or exemestane, we want to make sure that we protect your bone health. These drugs can lead to osteopenia or osteoporosis. To help reduce bone loss, adding in foods that are high in calcium and vitamin D, well, that can help prevent that. Eggs are another versatile food that include a spot in your anti-cancer grocery cart. Hard-boiled eggs are a great cancer survivor snack option. They're easy for when you're on the go. Plus, egg whites are a great high-protein option. You can add them to pancake batter, or you can just eat them on their own. They will help to seriously bump up the protein. Definitely one of my favorite anti-cancer options. Greek yogurt is a fantastic option that's going to offer you protein and probiotics. Now, I picked Greek yogurt because it's higher in protein than plain yogurt. Plus, it has probiotics, which are known for promoting a healthy gut biome, which has been linked to lowering your risk of certain types of cancers, especially those that impact your digestive system. So enjoy a bowl of Greek yogurt with some berries for a nutritious cancer-fighting snack. When it comes to cheese, opt for low-fat varieties. They still provide the same delicious taste while lowering your intake of saturated fats. Cottage cheese is another great option that's high in protein and can be low in fat. Now, let's move on to the butcher section where you'll find some lean protein options on my anti-cancer grocery list. Choose chicken thighs, which are a leaner cut compared to the other poultry alternatives. And of course, I love fish. Fish like salmon is a great option for omega-3 fatty acids. These healthy fats have been associated with lowering your risk of certain types of cancers, especially breast and colorectal cancer. Aim to include fish in your diet at least twice a week to reap some of these benefits. But sometimes it's hard to get in 2 servings of fish a week, especially when you live in a landlocked area like I do. So try this approach. Canned fish such as tuna or salmon, that's a great way to get more fish into your diet. They retain their nutritional value and provide a good amount of omega-3 fatty acids. Just be mindful of the sodium content and pick varieties that are packed in water versus oil. Next is ground turkey, which is a leaner option compared to other cuts of meat. It's versatile too. You can include it in meatballs or burgers or in other dishes. By opting for these leaner cuts of meat, you'll be eliminating the unhealthy fats and reducing your risk of cancer. In the other section of the grocery store, we have some additional items to add to your anti-cancer grocery list. Let's start with oatmeal, a fiber-rich whole grain that gives you a steady amount of energy throughout the day. Now, I said we were going to circle back to berries, so here we are. Frozen berries and frozen veggies are an excellent choice to have on hand. They're convenient, nutritious, and they actually retain their nutritional value for a longer period of time. Whether you're adding them to stir fries or oatmeal, this is a great addition to your cart. It also helps you eat more plant forward even when your fresh produce at home runs out. Okay, and I can't forget coffee, a beloved beverage for so many. Just don't forget that a lot of people put a lot of sugar and creamer in coffee, which can actually increase your risk of cancer. We know that certain beverages, like a Starbucks coffee, can be loaded with sugar. And we know that these sugary beverages can increase your risk of cancer. And with higher amounts of sugar, it can increase your calories, then increase your body weight, and that too can increase your risk of cancer. So keep your coffee as low calorie as possible, especially if you drink a lot of it. Okay, but next up is the last thing on my anti-cancer grocery list, and that is protein powder. Protein powder can be a convenient option to boost your protein, especially if you have a really busy lifestyle. Look for options that are low in added sugar, high in protein, and low in carbohydrates. But picking exactly which protein powder you should pick, well, that's really tricky, especially for a cancer survivor, knowing what's safe and what's not. That's exactly why I've linked up this next video here on supplements for cancer survivors. Click the link here. I'll see you in the next video.